need to get my microphone, but hopefully you guys can hear me. But I have made it onto the island. Bit of a funny story that I'll tell you guys in a second, but I'm gonna... Here, let me grab my microphone real quick. Microphone on. Yeah, so anyways, so I'm getting on where I showed you guys last, like on the ferry. Right after that, they started like reversing out of the dock, and the waves were coming up to the back of the ship. And so as we started reversing, a huge wave just came like right over me. Meanwhile, like I'm the only person in the back of the boat, like I think I showed you guys. So yeah, I got soaked, and I had to suck up my pride and go back into the ferry. Everybody was like, "Oh, mate," and I was like, I was just laughing, you know. Like, this isn't completely embarrassing. So, but yeah, and then funny enough, they ended up paying for my ticket because, like, there's a group of this is really sound really bad. There's a group of mentally challenged people, I think, on like an excursion, and they seem to think the guy who was taking the tickets thought that I was part of that group. So I don't know what that says about me, but you know what they say. But I think for now, gonna, as always, find a restroom, and then I might get a coffee because there is one cafe on this island. So I might get a coffee and then go for a walk. Like a really cute little island, and then these homes are actually, this one's for sale. I think this home was like 800 something, but also like it's right on the water. You can get a home here for the equivalent somewhere between like $350,000 to $500,000 American, which is, you know, not that bad. Like, I'm not saying that's cheap, but like to live on a private island, basically. I think that is the downside, though, is like there's no grocery store, there's no gas station. Like everything has to come from the mainland. I didn't check the weather, so I guess that might have been a mistake, but I guess it kind of worked in my favor because the island's kind of empty right now. But I did look up. Make sure my microphone is on. Yeah, okay, perfect. Yeah, I looked up some of the history of Coochiemudlo, and I guess it was discovered in 1799 by, I don't know, some... Oh, God, I told you it was windy. Here I am trying to fight the flies and enjoying my nice little peanut butter and banana sandwich like Elvis would have. And I got a dirty chai sandwich. Oh, my sandwich is trying. It's really windy. It's not like horrendously windy, but it's windy enough to be annoying. Oh, it's good though. It's kind of like it's almost cold because of the wind. So like the dirty chai warming up my soul. I had to look. Okay, now I forgot again. The island was discovered by a guy named Matthew Flinders, who was a British explorer from Britain. And he found the island in 1799. And yeah, I don't know much past that. But what I do know is that it's 1.6 square miles. So that gives you an idea of the size. And it's really quaint and cute, and like it has some nice beaches. It has some really nice beaches. The weather here is kind of hit or miss. Last time I was here, it was a hit. This time it's kind of a miss. But either way, it's still really nice to be here. Funny enough, this always makes me laugh. The town that is in or on Coochiemudlo is called Coochie, and it's spelled Coochie. And because of that, they have a bus, like a small, like it's like a van that'll take you from one side of the island to the other, and it is called the Coochie bus. And that never fails to make me laugh every time I see it. I almost take a picture of it every time I see it because I just always get such a kick out of it. But yeah, so just a small, quaint little island. You know, I think if you were willing to deal with the inconvenience of living here, like, you know, I haven't really showed you guys much of the island yet. This is really just where the ferry lets off. But if you're willing to deal with the inconvenience, I could see the appeal of living here. You know, and apparently the grocery store delivers here. They will come on the ferry and deliver groceries. So I think the truck, like there's like Vaughn's in America or whatever it is where you live, like they'll have like a big delivery truck for groceries. Same thing here. So it's really not that inconvenient. The only thing I will say that is kind of bad is the fact that like, the barge to get your car onto the island is like $80 each way. So I think you'd have to park your car like where the ferry gets on, and then you're kind of at the whim of the ferry. And if the seas are too high, and if there's flooding, like there's probably a lot of downsides. But the upside is you get to live on basically a private island, so that's pretty cool. But I'm gonna try to go out onto the beach, see what we can find. There's some like it's so different here because the nature here is like untouched. As we're in the States, like you go to the beach, you don't really see seashells. I mean, you some, but like here you'll find like everything is very much alive, you know, because it hasn't been like destroyed yet by like thousands and thousands of people. And I'm sure there's still pristine beaches in America, but where I go, like Orange County, Los Angeles, those beaches are like pretty bad. And I guess there's some pros and cons to that, because here I'm constantly finding myself like worried about like what is in the water, you know, especially after going to the Queensland Museum and seeing like all the jellyfish that's like this big, but it's like one of the most venomous in the world. And you go like, I don't know if I want to walk through the water anymore. But yeah. Oh, what was I gonna say? I had something. Oh. You know what? Let's get walking. We'll talk about that. There are snakes on this island because, of course, why not? It's Australia. So you want to be careful because there's also a bunch of sticks, and snakes and sticks tend to look similar. But I'll take you guys down here to the beach. Hopefully the wind's not too bad. I have my wind cat or my dead cat on. So, oh, there's the ferry. Just came back. Yeah, so that's how you get here. Here, let me run. Oh Lord. Yeah. Just look how I can't cuss because it's YouTube, but like, look how gorgeous this is. Anyways, there's the ferry. There's a little ferry terminal. You can't see where the ferry takes off from because it's behind that building. Anyways, yeah, you can, for 50 cents each way. It used to be $10 round trip, and that was quite expensive, but yeah, not too bad. And then over there is the barge. That's how you get your car on the island. I think that might be too rough right now to do that. And then you can see they've got like some boats moored. But yeah, just look how gorgeous this is. Look, let's go down to the water. Like, look at all these seashells. If Sally was here, she'd be selling a lot of seashells right now. Because like literally all of those little like rocks that you're seeing, like those that's a, let me see, where is it? That's a unicorn shell. And one time I picked one of those up and there was a hermit crab in it, and that freaked me out, and I threw it back into the ocean. But yeah, there's a lot of like wildlife here. I mean, this is all rocks and seashells. And then it gets really deep like pretty quickly. I will say with the, yes, it's windy, but one, like I said earlier, it's really nice because I'm still getting used to vlogging in public. You kind of just got to do it, but that doesn't make it feel less weird. So having like nobody around right now, it's pretty nice for my YouTubes. But yeah, also it's quiet. Oh, that's a magpie. If you can hear that, stop, but that like, it sounds like a robot almost. Those are magpies. Those are the birds that will notoriously try to swoop on you and kill you. Well, they won't try to kill you, but they'll mess you up if they get a chance. It really depends on, apparently also magpies will learn your face. So like if you walk around your neighborhood a lot, the magpies will learn what you look like, and then they'll stop swooping on you. Interesting. I realized that I didn't finish my thought from before I got up. What I was going to say was, it's another fun thing about Australia is the fact that it's true. Burgers here, it's very common to get a burger with beetroot on it. I don't know why that is. or like where that came from. Maybe some of my Australian friends can comment down below and tell me. But one, it's delicious. Wouldn't have thought. I mean, I like beet anyways, but like actually works pretty well on a burger. But two, yeah, it's very common. Like if you go to any place like that cafe I got this coffee at, they also sell burgers, and they had one called the Works, and it had beetroot on it, and then sometimes they also put like a fried egg. I don't know, little Aussie stuff like that. That's, you know, fun for me as a American exploring a different country. It's really amazing how like Australia just looks like this island specifically, like it looks like Australia. It has that, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's obviously it's the vegetation and like the colors. And then right there, you have these like gorgeous, almost like white sand beaches. I'm curious if they have a police force on this island. I wouldn't think so. Because it's so, oh, it has 816 residents. So I mean, maybe like there's a fire station. So maybe there's like one cop. Because it is part of the Redlands City Council. Like the Redland Museum we went to, this is a part of that. That bird always sounds like an alarm. I don't know if you guys heard that bird, but it's like, anyways, let's get to the beach. We are back on the beautiful beaches. They have fantastic beaches here. Over there is an island. I forget what it's called. But then if you look, you can see like there's an island behind that island. And that big island over there, that's Stradbroke Island, otherwise known as Stratty for people that live in the area. And Stratty's actually like really cool. They've really done a really good job of preserving it. Like, apparently there's no shops. Like, you have to bring all of your own stuff when you go over. And the ferry is like quite expensive, especially to bring a car. I think that's the ferry. I don't know if you guys can see it. That boat right there. I think that's the Stratty ferry. It's pretty expensive to get over there. And there's no shops. There's really no anything. You have to bring everything. So I think it's like Byron. Like I went to Byron Bay last week, and it's like very commercialized. There's a Betty's Burgers. There's, you know, it's kind of become like a hot spot for celebrities in Australia. And so it's become very commercialized. As we're Stratty, they don't have any of that. Like, I don't even think there's a restaurant. Maybe one. Like, there's like maybe a cafe or something, like kind of like Coochiemudlo. So apparently it's supposed to be gorgeous, and it's supposed to have koalas, and they're like everywhere. So that's going to be really cool. It's very, very rare. Very rare to actually find koalas in the wild in Australia. I believe they're an endangered species, but also just, you know, they're kind of elusive. They hide in the trees. So like I have a friend that's lived in Australia for a few years now, and she said her boss told her that in her whole life she's only seen one koala in the wild. So that should give you an idea of how rare they are to see. But apparently over there on Stratty, that's not the case. I mean, this is like out of a postcard. Here I am with a dirty chai. I'm a dirty boy. But this right here, this is probably the thumbnail. All right, hold on, let me I think I can take a picture. Yeah, that's the thumbnail right there. Ooh, somebody dug a hole. That's cool. I almost fell into that. That's fun. Like, what else is new? Not much, really. Just, you know, hanging out, making these videos. Eventually I'm gonna have to start working as part of the working holiday visa. So I'm thinking about going to Uluru, because I can get, I think I've explained this, but I'll explain it again really quick. I need 88 days of working to extend my working holiday visa to a second year. And it has to be a job like mining, construction, farming, or hospitality, but only in the Northern Territory. So that means that I have to go somewhere like very remote or rural or whatever to, you know, extend my working holiday visa. And I'm thinking, oh God, my arm, hold on. Thinking that Uluru would be a really cool spot. I saw look at this, hold on. Those almost look like glass. Huh, interesting. Anyways, I saw like a job listing up in, I think it's called Uluru. It's like the town next to Uluru. And it's in the middle of God's nowhere. So I think they don't have there's not a ton of people lining up to work there. But me, I like adventure. I love the desert. I love rural. So I think it'd be a good fit. And I can, you know, make some money and have some cool experiences. I'm actually like kind of looking forward to it. But that's the plan for right now. But for now, I'm just enjoying my time here, spending time with family. Enjoying beautiful beaches. I mean, like, I've been walking this entire time. There's a couple of guys behind me now, but I've been walking for half a mile or whatever. And nobody. And this is pretty common in Australia. It's really not unheard of to see a beach like this where, you know, it's just empty. Because there's so much Australia and there's so little people. And there's so many beautiful, sound like my Midwestern. But there's so many beautiful beaches here. There's so many beautiful beaches and they're so untouched, you know, like, because there's just not that many people, as we're like in, you know, I'm constantly comparing, I guess that's all I have to compare it to, but, you know, in the US, it's like up and down the coast, you're going to find houses and, you know, whatever. But here, you know, look at this. I mean, again, this is like out of a freaking postcard, boys. Like, beautiful. You basically have it to yourself. And then over there, you got, you know, you can live over there if you want. I wouldn't recommend living on Stratty, but yeah, it's actually not too bad. The wind's not nearly as heavy as it was. It's actually almost kind of hot. Almost. I'm trying. Somebody in the comments said that I should start saying things in metric. And what I will say to that is I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying my darndest. It's not that I don't understand how metric works. I get it. 100 millimeters in a centimeter, 100 centimeters in a meter, 100 meters in a kilometer. I get it. But, or 1,000. I don't know. Okay, maybe I don't get it. But it's converting, like, I know how far a mile is in my head. I don't know how far a kilometer is in my head. You can tell me what the distance is, but until you convert it into something I can understand, it's hard for me to conceptualize. So when I see like temperature and I see 17 degrees Celsius, it means nothing to me until I convert it into Fahrenheit. And so that's kind of what I've been doing lately, is I've been keeping my my weather app in Celsius. So that way it's like forcing me to actually learn, like, okay, this is what 17 degrees Celsius feels like. Something actually pretty cool. The Brisbane Lions, which are the AFL team here. Now, I'm sure my American friends have no idea what AFL is. It's the Australian Football League, but it is not the football that you and me know and love. It is called a footy. Well, that's that's the slang term for it here. Basically, it's like a weird mix between soccer, football, rugby, and Quidditch. Is the best way. It's like the best way to describe it. I wouldn't be shocked if they had broomsticks. I'm not even gonna try to explain it to you. But the point is the Brisbane Lions won the premiership. Or premiership. I don't know. I'm trying to say things the way that you're supposed to say things. The premiership. They won the premiership. It's a huge deal. It's like winning the Super Bowl. And apparently the men's won and the women's. So it's like huge deal. And Brisbane hasn't won a premiership since 2003. So you're talking 20 years. 21 years since Brisbane has won the premiership, and they won this year. Pretty cool. Somebody commented and told me I should watch it, and I did watch it, and it was exciting. It's a very long game though. It's a long game, and I had to like watch a video to understand the rules, but very cool that we won. Better luck next year, Swans. We're starting to come around the back side of the island here. Yeah, I think so. And you can see it's quite a bit more rocky. So, and then at some point, I assume, you know, as you can tell, the darker sand, the tide comes all the way up here. So then like that tree, look at these trees, I didn't even realize that. Wow, that's really lads. Oh, lads, that's hectic. That's crazy. That's actually really cool. I mean, like, it sucks that these trees got uprooted, but like, it almost looks like a scary movie or something. Like, it looks like a hand, like Harry Potter. I guess I'm talking about Harry Potter a lot, but like Harry Potter. Like, all these trees are just falling. Wow, that's, yo. Oh, yum. I guess I am. Somebody said I'm watching too much Spania. Yes, I guess I am. I think he's like my favorite vlogger. Like, not just because he's Australian, but just, I really love the way that his vlogs, and he's such a personality. But yeah, he's also my reference for like real Australia. When you look on YouTube or like online for like Australian slang or whatever, it's all this like cheesy, you know, like arvo, you know, stuff that like Australians say, but like chin wag. Do people really say that? Australians, comment down below. But when I watched Spanian, I learned, like I've never seen hectic in an Australian slang dictionary. But then I got a lot of people who are like, oh yes, you're saying hectic. So it's like, you know, lads, yous. That's one, like, yous. Lads, yous gotta go to get meat pot, you know, stuff like that. Sand's like mud, but look at that coral. I think those are like barnacles. Very cool. Okay, we got it. That looks like dog poop. Oh god. It's like just out of a movie. Yeah, as you can see, it's much quieter on this side of the island. Look at these nice little trees. Man, this is the place where like you bring an umbrella and just set up and just listen. Beautiful. Give you guys like an ASMR. I am so lucky. I think I might be the luckiest person in the world, dude. I get to live here, at least for the time being. So these little holes, I don't know why I feel like I need to whisper, it's so peaceful. These little holes are all crabs. So like, so you can't really, I can't see any right now, but when the tide goes out, there's these little crabs that come out of the holes. And I don't think that they're delicious, but yeah, they avoid people like the plague. You can see there's like a million holes everywhere. But I think I'm gonna have to take my shoes off and get in this water because it's too tempting. Too tempting. All right, be right back. Oh, that's very chilly. I forgot the microphone's still hooked up. You guys can hear me from all the way over here. There's no place I'd rather be. God, I hope a crab doesn't eat me. There's so many little crab holes. I feel like I'm like on them. Oh, the water's like really nice too. Coochiemudlo, guys. Doesn't get much better than this. Oh, this would probably make make a good thumbnail. Alright. There should be a break in the trees here. Where there should be like I think it's over here. It's like a picnic table. I would spend more time here. I just oh, there's night class. I just don't want to get sandy. I didn't bring any. Should have brought a change of clothes. Rookie mistake. Here we go. This actually might be a good place to do my video that I was talking about earlier. The bugs are getting kind of crazy at that picnic table. I'm just gonna record my second video I wanted to do, and then I'll get back with you guys in no time for you. And it'll be like, all right, well, I have found a picnic table. I'm on the windy side of the island, as you can tell. God, I hope it doesn't sound horrendous on your end. Hopefully this dead cat is doing its job. Yeah, it's very windy and cold on this side, and then not windy and hot on the other. I guess that's Coochiemudlo for you. But it's been a good day. This will be 3 videos I'll have. This vlog and then 2 like opinion videos. At the end of the day, I really enjoy this, and you guys seem to enjoy it too. And I would love to continue to, to do this. So, yeah. Love to make this my job. But with that said, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys like getting to see Coochiemudlo. And I will catch you guys in